Kurumjari, a very good evening. You are watching Primetime English Bulletin on SKTV and I'm Victoria Rajkumari. First, the headlines. Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand chairs Unified Command meeting to review prevailing law and order situation in Manipur. India bloc member and Congress leader K. Megachandra demands urgent solution to ongoing unrest, asks what public should expect from failing government. One person, a W. Bobby, hit in CRPF firing during protests over Tronglawi killings dies while undergoing treatment at RIMS Hospital. Mass protests swept across Manipur over Tronglawi killings, demands resignation of Chief Minister and Home Minister on moral grounds. Broadband internet resumes under strict conditions. Mobile data services to remain suspended in 5 districts. And former Secretary of CPI Manipur State Council Laisham Kumar pushes for legal action against a CRPF commandant in Tronglawi fire incident. And now to top stories. Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand today chaired a high-level combined headquarters Unified Command security meeting at the Chief Minister's Secretariat to review the prevailing law and order situation in the state. The meeting was attended by Home Minister Govindas Konthausam, Security Advisor, Chief Secretary, Director General of Police DGP Manipur, 3 Corps Commander and other senior officials from the Army, Assam Rifles, BSF, CRPF, ITBP, SSB, along with representatives of Central Security Forces and intelligence agencies. Deliberations are focused on strengthening coordination among security agencies and ensuring effective measures to maintain peace and stability across the state. India bloc member and Congress leader K. Megachandra has demanded an urgent solution to the ongoing unrest in Manipur, questioning what the public should expect from an incumbent government that fails to protect lives and property. A representative team from the 10-party India bloc Manipur coalition today inspected the conditions of patients at Raj Medicity in North AOC Imphal. These individuals are undergoing treatment for injuries sustained during the Tronglawi attack and a firing incident involving protesters at a CRPF post in Geljang. The delegation included India bloc convener Khetrimayum Shanta and former CPI Secretary L. Shotin Kumar. Speaking to media persons, Megachandra slammed the NDA government for leaving the state in a state of confusion and causing extreme hardship. He questioned how perpetrators could launch a bomb attack on a home in Tronglawi despite the government's claims that peace is returning. He further criticized the CRPF personnel who reportedly fired directly at protesters, suggesting that fatal injuries could have been avoided if alternative crowd control methods were used. Expressing solidarity with the victims, the India bloc member further alleged a total lack of coordination or a concrete plan to control the situation despite the ongoing violation involving Meitei, Kuki and Naga communities. On the other hand, Shotin Kumar urged Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah to take up appropriate measures to resolve the ongoing unrest in the state. He said that restoration of peace will never be possible unless the central government stops weaponizing Kuki armed groups.
CRPF kay dawlay ge haidana madugi miyam hawrakpa matamda direct open fire torokasi civilian miyam sing sida direct hit tawse masimasu yamna nuaitaba masi tahoidaba thabak amani karigumba madugi control tawranaba mechanism mayam putoga tawbiramagri fagadabani marwaina sarkar da thamjaningi wafamdi masi karamba kanta irang se loshandorino bomb rocket launcher masi mayam singse kapsala kanda mi hatpase igli bangang sibasibu karamba miyoiba samaj da leike askumba innocent babies children mayam ama hatpasibu अखोगी सोसाइटी सिदा करम हिंगदगे अखोगी प्रजा की सिक्योरिटी से कराइदनो मियोइब की लाइफ एंड प्रॉपर्टी से कराइद सरकार अमा लेबगी अखोई कयाम कुइना आशा तौबदगे
A 29-year-old man who sustained bullet injury during CRPF firing at Tronglobi yesterday succumbed to his injuries at RIMS Hospital this morning. The deceased person has been identified as Wahengwam Bobby, aged 29 years, of Kumbi Terakong Ward number 7. He was brought to RIMS yesterday after sustaining bullet injury and was treated at ICU unit, but he succumbed to his injuries at around 9 a.m. today. Late Bobby was survived by his wife, Hemam Orchin, and a minor daughter. Speaking on the sideline, auntie of the deceased person maintained that her nephew was enraged by the incident in Tronglobi where 2 children were killed while asleep by Kuki militants, and he went out to express his anguish over the failure of security forces to protect the civilians, and in the firing that ensued, his nephew was hit by a bullet. While maintaining that her nephew was a daily wager with no land of his own, she demanded government to ensure that such arbitrary firing do not occur in future.
Hoje ainda lagi di bawah masih aku di hospital ni, era aku di labor tiba thongdok ama hype dari aku di tolong lagi thok tiba thongdok juga cakap dengan miam na aku siap pergi ke dalam aku lelai na kisah aku di manang nak pada di bom lang cendera angang kita pergi thongdok tu yang itu thongdok tu cendera kita siap na kaktur pun maru na pan pada di hospital dan lagi na lagi miu ama ngasih ayuk kumapan tahu lagi kita miu itu kita miu di Wahengwam Bobby sahih kumapan hak asyik aku di nomor di su nomor Kajar miu ama ni juga mahak tipik di bawah macam ni macam lagi macam natna jadi lagi kita ibu si pergi yang wana hinjaba do hombok kui di bawah macam apa kata lagi di bawah miu ama kata ni ada tujuh mahak lagi kita di hospital anda lalu mahak si kesenang orang mahak kita apa ki serukta mengenai baru nak paham lagi di hospital anda lagi kita lagi kita ada masih ngomong tu na lagi tiba lagi ayat lagi nak mengambil lagi kita masih di mata anda kemarin kemarin video jurnalis SKTV RIMS Hospital.
Kuki militian sing na numay kaptar ko matam na di sibay sing na mata ating mapibide center government na suma ko da loan laite ayin laite ado po isa sing na penda pa kitang laiba dati makoy gina sibay na numay kapido na isa gi ang stoyam saun no koro ga lai mado taro bao da kanamatan na lokat pangamde mananggan na pukala masumag hingbag isang suwang manihai ado po center government gi Manipur government gi matik sara ba sibay mayam na thami ba sing na koy mitay sing noma gi adum losila noma gi losila ko sida akoi isa su yaure koi gumba mama masa kaina ba mayam sige na magtathalaga sa gitungi ponsi gi lai thokidana akoi gumba maisa khanga ba na ugraba age nupi na sida taraga leriba angang apikpa nupi masa siga mana lelhawa da ba ponsi mare sigumba mi kamera kon mayam se tadanu da magta leba mayam na sigumba se matunda mo na thokidana ba akoi di leba mayam na sinna sare na kurum.
Government of Manipur has conditionally lifted suspension of broadband internet services, including ILL and FTTH, in 5 districts including Imphal West, Imphal East, Thoubal, Kukching and Bishnupur, while continuing the ban on mobile internet and data services. The decision issued by the Home Department on April 8 follows a review of the prevailing law and order situation and hardships faced by the public due to the internet shutdown imposed on April 7th. Authorities stated that restoration of broadband services is subject to strict conditions, including a prohibition of Wi-Fi hotspots, mandatory MSC binding, blocking of social media and VPNs, daily password changes, and strict monitoring by subscribers who will be held personally responsible for any violations. The order further stated that mobile internet services will remain suspended due to concerns over spread of misinformation and potential for mobilization of unrest through social media platforms. The government cited technical limitations in regulating mobile data services and ongoing security apprehensions as reasons for continuing the ban. Officials have directed all service providers and concerned authorities to ensure strict compliance, warning that any violation of the conditions will invite legal action under relevant laws. Meanwhile, district magistrates of Imphal East, Imphal West, Bishnupur, Thawal and Kakching have imposed prohibitory orders under Section 163 of the Bharatiya Nagarik Suraksha Sanhita BNSS 2023 with immediate effect from 10 a.m. on April 8. The orders issued following inputs from concerned superintendents of police regarding possible disturbances and unlawful activities by anti-social elements, prohibit movement of persons outside their residences, and banned assembly of 5 or more individuals carrying weapons or any potentially dangerous materials. However, exemptions have been granted to courts, government agencies engaged in law and order duties and essential and emergency services, while a prior permission from authorities have been made mandatory for events such as marriages and funerals. The restrictions will remain in force until further orders. In other news, former Secretary of CPI Manipur State Council, Elisha Sotan Kumar, has expressed discontent on BJP government led by Chief Minister Khemchand for failing to hear suggestions put forward by opposition parties during all-party meeting convened by Chief Minister yesterday. Speaking to media persons at Irawat Bhavan at VT Road today, Sotan Kumar alleged that the Chief Minister Khemchand did not listen to suggestions made by party leaders during the all-party meeting that was held in connection with the Throng Laubi incident. Speaking further, Sotan Kumar asserted that free movement along national highways is still not possible, while maintaining that Chief Minister was able to go to the Assam on a road due to heavy security cavalcade. He also expressed dissatisfaction on government's failure to deploy highway protection force along national highways. While demanding action against CRPF personnel who opened indiscriminate fire on protesters, Sotan Kumar maintained that security forces could have used less lethal means such as rubber bullets, blanket fires to disperse the protesters. While alleging that the Sioux groups have violated the ground rules of the pact, Sotan Kumar maintained that CPI will stand against census that is conducted before implementation of NRC or other exercise to detect illegal immigrants in Manipur.
Chief Minister BJP Linga ki Makada, Narang Chief Minister free movement loot part. And kind of guy, I can't get again, but it's way better than a terrible possibility. It's a terrible black doing. But already, who's the road protection force with the collector? Yani okay, I'm saying I am road protection force. See, I die for them. I don't know, we CPI migrate from the Nigi. A good permanent solution of party. I got shooter composing CD, ground rule, the point to where kind of the city left them the Bata Katare. No mail for the Pirate Katare. Don't look at among any Yauna, Mama the food, got tears soaked bone detector for the give me up. She got her, but we don't love his last. But the bend the book I have Fuzaluda, me of whom I won't tell you. Hot security force. So we party coming up from the Amsen of our Sarkari, a same police like Kaita and Topiro.
Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity, COCOMI members along with local residents and youth club members protested in front of Wall United Youth Club at Wangkai Angom Lekai today, demanding resignation of Chief Minister and Home Minister on moral grounds. The protesters started to gather around 2 p.m. this afternoon and turned into a tense situation where security forces used tear gas shells to disperse the crowd. The situation briefly escalated into a confrontation between the protesters and the security forces. The demonstration was organized in response to the bomb attack at Thronglaubi, where 2 children were killed and their mother was seriously injured. COCOMI convener Y.K. Dhiren addressed a gathering holding the Chief Minister and Home Minister morally responsible for the Thronglaubi incident. He said that the government has failed to take effective action against the terrorists and protect the lives of the people, and demanded resignation of the Chief Minister and Home Minister on moral grounds. He further announced that one-day condolence will be held tomorrow in honor of the deceased and appealed to the public to hold torch rally. He also appealed to the public to light candle at the entrance of each household.
Government की local लेबा थबक थोरम सिंगसिदा इकोइना कंसल लनिंगबा अदुंलबा terrorist दुगे मथक्ता अकनबा जंक्शन बम थोपा थबक सिंग जंक्शन दबा पेन दबकी खोलाउ सिंग असि लाउरबा मिशम मियाम सिंगदा अदुंलबा security forces ना नोंमै कापसिल लकांदा मसिदी मिसि मिना थोलकपा मसि पुनमक सिंगके responsible moral responsibility is Manipur की chief minister मुसु home minister ना लोपम थोय मरमदुना मकोय खुदकता moral responsibility लौरकांदा मकोय की फमदगी resign तो गोदमनी कोमिना मखंग मथंग चथरकपा मियाम के बा democratic ओइबा movement सिंगी मनुंगदा येंग असि कोय नुमिना सिमा सुपा लाइकिदबा नुंग मनुंग अमदि लाइकिदबा इकोगी इरिचा सिंग दुगी मफमदा इकाई कुलवरपा तोरो ममा नुमिचुपा कोय पांथोक जगनी मणिपुर युमथोंग कुदिमक्ता कोय कैंडल लाइट थानबिदुना अमदि लेकाई लेकाई युमथोंग जिंगदा terrorist सिंगी एक्ट सिंग असि लाक्सिन मंगमदबा गवर्नमेंट थवोंग अमसु terrorist सिंगी दुंगलबा थवोंग असिबु condemn तोबो इना लेकाई लेकाई की मियामना कोय मैरा रिलीज पिदुना यानिंगदबो फोंथोक पिबगी खोंजंग चंगसिन बियो गवर्नमेंट ना पटिक चाबा लखोतम थोपा अलगोगी एक्शन लौरकि फावदा लेकाई लेकाई दा मखन मखा कयागी democratic ओइबा खोंजंग सिंग चंगसिन बिदुना कोय गवर्नमेंट दा अतुंगलबा अकनबा प्रेशर अमा पिमिनासी
People's Alliance for Peace and Progress, Manipur in short, PAPPM, President Mayanglambam Bobby has been on a hunger strike since yesterday, demanding justice for the killing of 2 young children in Thronglaubi, and has announced that the protest will continue until concrete action is taken. Supporting the cause, Village Volunteer Force VVF Manipur President Takilambam Ramananda and Huidrom Rajan from Huidrom in Imphal East joined the hunger strike today at Ibudho Pakhangba Community Hall in Malom, Awang Lekai. PAPPM President Bobby strongly condemned the brutal killing of the 2 innocent children in Thronglaubi. He demanded the immediate arrest and punishment of the culprits involved in the child killings and injuring their mother, as well as those responsible for the firing incident that claimed 3 more civilian lives. He criticized the security forces for their failure to protect civilians despite being stationed in the area. He reiterated the demand for a judicial inquiry into the entire episode to establish the truth. He urged Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand and Home Minister Govindas Konthosam to take immediate and effective steps so that such incidents do not repeat in future. He warned that failing to act promptly on these demands, the hunger strike and protests will be further intensified.
Tronglaubi Labok Tiba Todok to the Mamadu Nasole, Aduga Masani do Regidre, Adu Haiba, Mihat Asida Chenariba, Ukina ko terrorising je, Logi Matung in a book Toroga, Matikaba Dandi Pigadoni, Loinana, Narang, protesters in the CRPF Kanguna openly, no my captain, Moy Mu Humlehen Gidabdo, Maduda Chenariba CRPF personnel Jinju book Toroga, Logi Matungina, Moybudandi Pigadoni. Nahan Git Tronglaubi Todok say, Marilanaba, some have the Kogi security personnel, General Moy Hanning Late. Manipurians the Tauribane Madu Pong na Moy Lina, the Mind of the Moy Yoromo Henning Late, Aduna, Uki narco terrorists, Katang Pavanatana, judicial inquiry Majutobom to Hiba, responsibility Kanana, Pudono responsibility of a book to Bom to Eva. Natragati, Masi, Moin Ingela Cookie narco terrorists, Jinasum to all of Cookie narco terrorists, Amani Paraga, Sumlotion Banadi Yarway, Kanana, who will help the responsibility, I was a quick making the Kamina Bamachangi, Aduna, Uki narco terrorists, whom Marie Pavaduna Yarway, Manaka labor security person, Chanadu. General Adugidamata judicial inquiry Matawodone, high was in jet of Driboti, Teapachara and Makoning.
A large number of protesters formed a human chain at the Kiamgai Pal Ahanbi to voice their intense protests against the recent incidents at Tronglaubi and the indiscriminate firing by CRPF personnel at Galjang, which tragically claimed 5 lives and left several other injured. Organized jointly by the Peace and Integrity Committee, Kiamgai and the All Kiamgai Nupi Chowkhatlub, the demonstrators demanded that the government immediately constitute a House committee comprising members from both the ruling and opposition parties to conduct a thorough investigation into these 2 separate incidents. While speaking to media persons, a PIC convener C.H. Megha expressed profound dissatisfaction with the current conduct of Central Security Forces deployed in the state, alleging that they allow Kuki militants to operate freely. Welcoming the government's decision to hand the Tronglaubi case over to the National Investigation Agency NIA, he highlighted an urgent necessity for a House committee to investigate into the Tronglaubi incident and examine the ineffectiveness of security deployments in the hill regions. Megha also demanded that both the central and the state governments terminate the Sioux agreement and take immediate action to seize all weapons currently held by Kuki armed groups.
Government sina ena ida sinare konare haraga adamain tawo khoppa sina kan praga khoji pendre habitare ngasi pale blengak sida demand tawi base akhoi ena ida sinabiyo tori masong akhoi sigi matang se akhoi special session na koraga hareba orem gal honi karam ware no hakanda ruling na masong opposition na riba MLC yawa house committee ma sami hakanda tori free na riba khunjing sida akhoi mate gi khunwaro business tribal gi khunwaro akhoi kangkhun gi wosma mate gi wos any manipur na riba khunda riba seda mihani pun to ba yum mai thaba Army parameter processing duty se command bono kari lapses legi abdo house committee mu ticket pa haitare madu ko demand tawi Manipur se ing tapke santi legi aita gadi akoi mi top miyan cha sing se illegal immigrant sing se akoi deport tabiba si tam dulwe mukti akoi sumane irang hawni sumane Manipur tangulu taroi haibase mathamjage
Top Mian Sassing now, Hupaka Pala, Manipuda, Sahi, a woman Pana, Dumle of Hovoda, Aquina Tumina, Adumle Token Labasha, Masipazapuna Maki Tamoida, Away Ningam Daba, Adu Lemon Kumbagi Wakalo, Lakwashina Maramurda, Jensen Wankale, Masayam Tuna Sarkan, Salt of Mandaba, Masiki Tawangshima Pika from Toya Abisha, Nasiki Sigum, me permission, Lobo, what if Matumina, Miam, the Potam Jabani.
All Manipur United Clubs Organization AMUCO has strongly urged the central government to immediately stop the proxy war being waged in Manipur, which is a deliberate attempt to destabilize the state through terrorist elements. Speaking at the press conference held today at Amuko office, Kwakaithel Bazaar, Amuko President Sanjoy Sorokhaibum called upon the Indian government to end all forms of proxy warfare in the region. The press meet was also attended by leaders of Amawoba, Poirei Leimarol Apunba Maira Paibi, MSF and Kohor. Sanjoy further alleged that India has been waging proxy war in Manipur since forcibly annexing it in 1949. He alleged that the Indian army is training Kuki militants, supplying them with bombs and ammunition taken from their own armories, and accused the authorities of orchestrating a genocide against indigenous communities. He added that more than 60 families are still living at relief camps as displaced persons. He also criticized the central forces, central government and state government for their failure to protect the people and warned that the recent actions by CRPF were part of a larger political motivated strategy. Amuko has called for complete unity among the people of Manipur to resist and stop the ongoing proxy war, urging every citizen to stand firmly against forces trying to break the social fabric of the state.
Manipur yamna thoni do thodok kaya lisang chino new minutes chathar pakalena khunai asibu lekha tan mutat nawa net pat tuat patabo ase British government chathar mamatun degi government India loile sasana ase makha tan satadu khunai asibu mutat nawa hora bolena ai khogi jati asibu lekha tan genocide tonobo hora policy ase akoi luk mangale strongly protest toy adugo lona makhoina su militant singbo khulai ne sinraga misam prajadu onjalaga bomb bokai ba nongoi Kapalamba, Narang Hanmuk Misokaya, Angaka, Usi Manganba, you don't think they get hard made who's Pogoda, Akogi, Kunai Asu Kanko, and Lekata and Baguluna, Kunai Asu, Mutana Honda said, I could look Mangana, Asuki Mati, strongly condemned Togolina, Matok was a Kandravan, Central forcing, put the Handiko, is still forcing Lebikari Artale again. I was a Lumanga Bos Laga Hamjari. I couldn't hardly have loudly lovely, machine Nasumlakan Tar Tagadi, I could look Mangana, Akan Akam Kongyum Simakatana.
Angel Hospital Managing Director and pediatrician Yaikomba Tharam has strongly condemned the recent attack in Tronglaubi that claimed the lives of 2 minors and left their mother injured. Addressing a press meet at the hospital today, Tharam expressed deep solidarity with the victims. He stated that as a pediatrician, he took strong exception to the violence directed at children. Yaikomba further criticized the lack of concrete government action to arrest the perpetrators or prevent the future occurrences. Yaikomba then stressed the need for capable politicians to take urgent steps to resolve the ongoing unrest in the state.
Angang macha tha manga dangai riba mama gi kumlang theiba angang adi amana chahi manga yam nungsiba matam defenseless haitare degi innocent haitare se kaim khangda basida bom langjan bilna menungsi khangdana hatuk pi bhai se suyamna pen do suyam nungai to ba se khoi amna pen de masa kitang saba kitang obada bhawda mama pajina pakhatna ahing do egera ayuk to egera kochin chenjari mi ado hoji masa animak si habdo mama pagna kyam waro mi kyam nungai ram moi kyam thamoi somni hai khanbada koi khanbo ngamde leiriba government na masigi sukkuiraba irang tholebasi hoji phawda som hamu ena thambiriba bom sumul langchanbada kaimta matik chawa thijan khochandana mayamda uttana asingbadu dandi bibidriba adisi amuhanna thoktana basi hona bidriba masi yamna khoigi ningba kaiba thamoi sokpa waphani thamningi.
The proscribed United Kuki National Army UKNA has strongly denied any involvement in the attack on civilians at Tronglaubi in Bishnupur district, calling the allegations entirely unfounded and a deliberate attempt to misattribute blame amid the tense situation in Manipur. In a statement, the outfit asserted that its objective remains pursuit of a just and honorable political solution within the framework of the Constitution of India. It maintained that it neither condones nor engages in violence against innocent civilians, particularly children, under any circumstances. UKNA further claimed that it has been actively safeguarding buffer zones to prevent communal escalation and maintain fragile peace. The group has stated that despite provocation by a mob that allegedly breached buffer zones and advanced towards the CRPF camp at P. Gelmong Kuki village, restraint was exercised, which it said reflects non-involvement in the incident. It also appreciated the Central Reserve Police Force for its professionalism in diffusing the situation and preventing further escalation. Refuting reports of arrests of its members, UKNA termed such claims false and baseless and urged media and authorities to avoid premature conclusions that could aggravate tensions. Committee on Tribal Unity Kotu Sadar Hills Kangpokpi has strongly condemned the alleged use of high-grade weaponry against civilians at Tronglaubi, located along the buffer zone between Churachandpur and Bishnupur districts. In the pre-statement issued on April 7, the committee termed the incident as a deliberate attempt by sectarian forces to reignite tension and disrupt the fragile peace in the region following months of unrest under the president's rule. Expressing grief over the death of 2 minors, Kotu also cautioned valley-based media houses against publishing unverified reports, stressing the need for responsible and balanced journalism. The committee alleged that the use of explosives such as IEDs and RPGs indicates involvement of radical elements and claimed that certain groups are attempting to escalate the situation for vested political interests. Kotu further urged authorities to identify and take strict action against those responsible while calling for measures to prevent spread of hatred and ensure lasting peace among communities. United People's Front, UPF and Kuki National Organization KNO have strongly condemned bomb explosion at Tronglaubi in Bishnupur district on April 7 that killed 2 children and left their mother seriously injured, terming the incident deeply unfortunate and expressing grief over the loss of innocent lives. In a joint statement issued by Information and Publicity, the organizations extended heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family, a wish for speedy recovery of the injured woman, and an urge media outlets to exercise restraint by refraining from attributing blame to any particular community without verified information, cautioning that unsubstantiated reporting could further aggravate tensions in the already volatile situation. And now, before we move on to other news, let's take a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Keep watching SKTV News.
Great opportunity for local operators. SKTV is expanding. Come and be a part of SKTV revolution with high-speed internet, IPTV along with OTT and other benefits. We are building stronger connections through franchising. Become a local cable operator and provide reliable information and entertainment to your neighbors. Unlock your growth with our technology and top-tier service. So if you're looking for exclusive partnership opportunities, then please call us at 700-5259-437 or 897-420-9157.
Welcome back. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin on SKTV. Now proceeding with other news. Women Action for Development, WAD, has strongly condemned the recent killings of 2 minor children in a bomb attack at Tronglaubi in Bishnupur district. The organization also condemned the rape and murder of an 7-year-old girl from an IDP camp in More. In the press release, WAD lamented that there has been 13 cases of crime against children in the state since the conflict began on May 3, 2023, including 8 murders, 2 suicides and 3 bullet injuries. It accused the state of failing to protect children and called for an independent investigation into the violence. WAD further urged the state government to establish child protection cells in relief camps and ensure accountability for sexual violence. The organization also cited UN guiding principles on internal displacement, emphasizing the need for zero tolerance and safety measures for children. Manipur Commission for Protection of Child Rights (MCPCR) has expressed deep anguish over a series of violent incidents affecting children in Manipur, strongly condemning the alleged rape and murder of an 8-year-old internally displaced girl from Moreh, whose body was recovered beneath Singjamai Bridge on April 6 after she went missing from a relief camp in Imphal East. The Commission also highlighted the tragic killings of 2 young civilians in rocket attack at Trong Lobby on April 7, which left their mother critically injured, and noted that 2 civilians were killed and several others wounded in related unrest near a security post in the Trong Lobby Maning area, where protesters reportedly vandalized the post over alleged lapses. MCPCR called for swift and impartial investigations, enhanced security at relief camps, activation of child protection mechanisms, and comprehensive psychosocial support and rehabilitation for affected families, while stressing that safeguarding children's rights to safety, dignity, and life remains non-negotiable constitutional and moral responsibility. Meitei Alliance has strongly condemned Trong Lobby attack carried out by Kuki militants, leading to death of 2 minors and injuring their mother. In the praise issued, the organization urged the authorities to investigate strictly into the incident and book the culprits. It stated that such heinous crime should be faced collectively, and also extended heartfelt condolences to the grieving family members who have lost 2 children in this tragic incident. Federation of Civil Society Organization (FOX) and its affiliates have strongly condemned the killing of 3 civilians by CRPF personnel at Geljang. In a press release issued by Assistant Secretary of Information and Public Relations, FOX highlighted that Kuki militants are exploiting the current peace restoration efforts to launch repeated attacks. The organization urged the government to handle these intimidation with an iron hand, asserting that lasting peace is impossible without holding perpetrators accountable under the law. Folks also demanded that the government delivered befitting punishment to the CRPF personnel responsible for fatal firing to regain public trust. Assam Manipuri Youth Development Organization, in short AMIDO, Central Committee has strongly condemned the brutal militant attack at the Trong Lobby Awang Lekai in Bishnupur district on April 7, terming it an unhuman act and grave affront to humanity that has deeply shaken the public conscience. The organization expressed solidarity with the affected family and prayed for the injured speedy recovery, while demanding immediate arrest of the perpetrators, swift prosecution under stringent laws, and a time-bound, transparent investigation by competent agencies including the NIA, along with accountability for lapses in civilian protection, adequate compensation, uninterrupted medical care for the victim's family, and restraint from any retaliatory violence or unlawful activities. The 3 Chingjaroi villages, Sano Long, representing Chingjaroi Kulin, Chingjaroi Ngachapung and Chingjaroi Sivi in Ukhrul district, has strongly condemned the alleged assault of one of its women executives, R. Thingrela, by male personnel of the Indian Army at Litan on April 7, stating that the victim sustained multiple injuries and is currently undergoing treatment in Ukhrul. Terming the incident grave disrespect to Tangkhul Naga women, the body alleged that the unarmed woman, who was carrying a traditional charmai torch symbolizing peace, was physically attacked and that the torch was also destroyed, while asserting that women in their society are regarded as peacekeepers. The organization has demanded immediate and impartial inquiry into the incident and strict action against those responsible to prevent further escalation. Paumai Naga Sidomai Mi PNTM, APEC students' body of Paumai Naga community, has strongly condemned the alleged brutal assault, harassment death threats and extortion of 2 Rengma Naga individuals from Tensumyu district, Nagaland, who were engaged in transporting and selling agricultural produce for their livelihood. The incident reportedly took place in the early hours of March 23rd between Kaithal Manbi and Sapar Maina under Kangpokpi district, while the victims were en route to Imphal. Terming the act as cowardly and inhuman, PNTM demanded immediate identification and arrest all culprits and urged authorities to take stringent measures to ensure safety along National Highway and prevent such incidents in future. The student body also expressed solidarity with the victims and extended support to Rengma Students' Union for its stand in defending the rights and dignity of its members. Manipuri Library and Research Center MLRC Bangladesh organized a reception ceremony for Manipuri folk singer Benita Laishram at Lakshmi Narayan Temple, Banubil Meetei Village, Bangladesh. The event was raised by MLRC President Laichombam Dijendra, Patriotic Writers Forum Manipur Secretary Rakesh Naram, writer A.K. Saram and cultural activist Chongtham Sangita. A memento and gifts were presented to Benita Laishram during the event. "112th Battalion of CRPF under the aegis of IG, MNN sector has developed and handed over football ground to the villages of Saitu Lenghom village under Gamnong Saparmaina police station in Kangpokpi district as a part of its civic action program 2025-26. The initiative undertaken within the area of responsibility of C Company 112 Battalion CRPF aims to promote community engagement and encourage sports among local youths. The handover program was attended by R.K. Tripathi, Assistant Commandant OC CY 1112, along with village authority members, school students and residents who expressed sincere gratitude to the CRPF for valuable contribution to the village. And now the weather report. According to ICAR Regional Center, Imphal state's maximum temperature was recorded at 26 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 14.6 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 96% in the morning and 52% in the evening today. Manipur received maximum rainfall of 16.1 millimeters of rainfall in the last 24 hours. And before we wrap up, let's take a quick look at the headlines once again. Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand chairs a unified command meeting to review prevailing law and order situation in Manipur. India bloc member and Congress leader K. Megachandra demands urgent solution to ongoing unrest, asks what public should expect from failing government. One person, W. Bobby, hit in CRPF firing during protests over Tronglaubi killings, dies while undergoing treatment at RIMS Hospital. Mass protests spread across Manipur over Tronglaubi killings, demands resignation of Chief Minister and Home Minister on moral grounds. Broadband internet resumes under strict conditions. Mobile data services to remain suspended in 5 districts. Former Secretary of CPI Manipur State Council Laishram Sothan Kumar pushes for legal action against a CRPF commandant in Tronglaubi firing incident. Well, that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching SKTV News and keep watching for more news updates. Till then, good night.